Where do you think we should start off? Masio asked the group as he looked around the area past the farms. Now that they were in the area where monsters were likely to be, he had pulled out his tonfas that had been on his hips. Indicating his process of thinking, one of his tonfas was being used to scratch his short black hair. With how open the area around the town was, it was difficult to determine the best place to start. Slowly turning her head and just seeing the grass gently making waves with the wind, Ayaka had a similar thought. The problem is that we need to acquire enough horned rabbits for each of us to get our own rooms. Kawa added, but I feel like whichever direction we choose, there's going to be time wasted trying to locate these monsters. Her eyes were also trying to ascertain the correct route they should travel in order to reach their goal. Not feeling there was a correct route to choose from in the sea of endless green, they just stepped off of the road. Hopefully, going through the grass will mean we'll increase the likelihood of running into those things. I get the feeling like staying on the road is going to drain more time from us. Ayaka looked back at the road that continued down in a straight line, cutting the green sea in half like some never-ending bridge. The grass didn't go past their knees and still allowed them to see anything that came too close to them. But even with them being able to notice monsters that approached them, each of their weapons was out and ready to be used. Ayaka at that moment appreciated the heft of her naginata. She looked at Kawa, who was carrying a laser rifle. I'm surprised that Kawa was able to get something like that when Darlina said we weren't allowed to test out the weapons before choosing them. It's impressive that she lucked out with something that fired often. Ayaka wondered how it'd perform in their current environment, where distance didn't seem to be something they would be able to take advantage of. Mizuki was carrying a standard katana, like some historical character out of a book. The blade reflected the light from the bright sun each time it moved. In her other hand was a scabbard. Are they just going to jump out of the grass at us? Masio said, as his head slowly turned around. With how short the grass is, I suspect that we'll be able to see them first, Kawa said. In the worst case, we'd probably still have a few seconds to react to them, Ayaka added to Kawa's words. Considering the fact that they'd be able to see the monster before being attacked, they were able to keep their walking speed high. Instead of going at a slow dead pace, it was to the degree where they'd be able to maximize their time. Though we have to be careful of monsters, at the same time, we have to be efficient with our time. There's not much before the sun begins to set. This means that we could end the day coming up short, Ayaka thought to herself. If they were not able to catch enough horned rabbits to get both a room and a meal, they'd need to decide which is the better option. But Ayaka figured that Darlina would be able to direct them to which avenue was better to take. Either way, we'll be able to sleep on a comfortable mattress, Ayaka grinned to herself as her eyes searched for any signs of monsters heading their way. She gripped her weapon in anticipation of their comfortable night awaiting them after they finished when the sun set. The occasional cloud cast a shadow on the grassy field, attracting their attention. Making their way deeper into the field, they kept quiet. Each of them concentrated on spotting the monsters first. There was a smell of anticipation and anxiety as they were now fully dedicated to completing their first job. Even if it was a job that wouldn't be possible to complete, there was a sense of excitement at being productive and working hard towards a set goal.